Morning. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning, Cindy. Good Tuesday morning, everybody. We've got those crews out there working hard in Natick, westbound on the Mass Pike by the Service Plaza, up by the Braintree Split 93 southbound, right where it breaks off with Route 3. Also, Route 1 in Saugus, we've got some crews picking up right now. It is a quick ride, though, getting over the Zachem Bridge. Lever Connector looks real quiet. And in the city of Boston, we've got some tunnel work going on in the Sumner. Other than that, you should have a smooth ride right now. Antoinette.
All right, Katie, thanks. Taking holds. All right, let's get you out to the roads. How we doing out there, Katie?
We're pretty good right now. Thank you, Cindy. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We've got a few late running work crews that are still kicking around probably for the next 15 minutes, half hour or so, especially Sumner Tunnel southbound. We've got a lane closure there. Live look south of town on the expressway, though, looks good. We'll have that HOV lane opening for you in the next 15 minutes at 5 o'clock, and it is a quick 9-minute ride for you from Braintree to Boston. Don't forget about those crews, though. They are westbound on the Pike in Natick, right at Route 30. So that stretches back eastbound, though. It's a quick 15-minute ride from 495 to 128. Doug?
Out to the roads on a Tuesday morning. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning, Cindy. In just a matter of about 15 minutes, we've picked up most of those overnight work crews I was telling you about, but we still do have some hanging around in the Sumner Tunnel southbound, so you can find a lane closure there. North of town, though, looks really good. 93. It's a quick ride from Andover, getting down to the Cloverleaf from Reading. Easy 12 minutes, moving at regular speeds. And then south of town, it's the same thing all the way out of Attleboro on 95, getting up to Canton at the split there. 24 out of Brockton, no issues. And Route 3 all the way up to the Braintree Split. And continuing on the expressway, looks good right now. Here's a live look out by South Bay. Antoinette?
Thank you.
Hey, Cindy. Well, let's start with a look at the Mass Pike out by Alston Brighton. Looks good right now. We picked up those crews that we had working all night long westbound in Natick, so they're out of the way for you. And then Route 2, it's a quick ride from Littleton down to Lexington, just 16 minutes, regular speeds. No issues on 128 if you're traveling from the Pike all the way up to 93. And then if your ride takes you over the Zachem Bridge, we look good getting into the O'Neill Tunnel. Same thing with the Lever Connector. I have an update for you from a story that
Katie?
As one of Wellesley's bravest, Brian Hester is used to tough fights, but this was something else entirely. He came down with the virus in April, that he's gotten a new lease at life. Antoinette.
All right, kickoff in the Granite State.
And at 5:37, we're taking a look at the roadway, starting to see things fill in just slightly on the expressway. Live look by the gas tank. HOV lane is open. You'll slow down in that Dorchester stretch, but it's an 11-minute ride for you from Braintree to Boston. Thanks for waking up with us here on the Eye Opener on a Tuesday morning. We'll be right back.
Back out to the roads we go. You don't want to forget your sunglasses today, Katie.
Definitely not, and I'll show you why as we take a live look at the Zachem Bridge. You can see all that sunshine we have out there. We're also seeing some solar glare on the Pike, which we'll take a look at in a minute. But notice we've got some slow stop-and-go traffic on the Lever Connector down ramp to Storrow Drive. It's a little early for us to be seeing that. Typically, we see that pick up around 7, so be aware of that. We also still have those crews kicking around in the Sumner Tunnel. They've got one lane shut down for you southbound, south of town on the expressway. Also seeing things fill in. The HOV lane is open, but we're heaviest through Milton and Dorchester. 13 minutes. Braintree to Boston. Antoinette.
All right, Katie, thank you. Breaking overnight, police are investigating. On a Tuesday morning. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning, Cindy. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I do have a crash to tell you about. Just came in Andover. If you're traveling on 495 southbound, right at 93, this one's in the breakdown lane, not causing too many issues. There's not a lot of people out there, so that is off to the side. Route 2 looks good. We were starting to see things pick up just a bit in Concord a little bit ago, but still a 17-minute ride for you from Littleton to Lexington. Getting over the Zachem Bridge looks good. Getting into the O'Neill Tunnel, it's that Lever Connector down ramp that has the stop-and-go traffic getting to Storrow Drive. Doug?
All right, Katie, thank you. Breaking overnight, police are investigating.
Yeah, and I'm watching a crash that happened up in Andover a little while ago. It's in the breakdown lane, 495 southbound, right at 93. It's not causing too many backups because we're still really quiet out there, but just be aware if you're traveling through Andover right now that you might see that in the breakdown lane. Also seeing things pick up on the expressway. I've been mentioning between now and 7:30, I would say, is really when we see the highest amounts of volume ticking up slightly every day as people head back to work. Northbound, though, on the expressway, HOV lane is open right now, and it's a 14-minute ride for you, Braintree to Boston. You can see that you'll start to hit the brakes once you get through Milton and Dorchester. Now, I have an update on a story that I told you about yesterday morning. The MB
roads, though, right now. How are we looking out there, Katie?
Well, you know what, Cindy? We've got some solar glare out there that's causing some slowdowns, especially on the expressway. Expressway, but a little further south of here at the Braintree split. So that's one of your traffic highlights. As far as traffic goes on the Expressway, HOV lane is open, and it's a 17-minute ride, Braintree to Boston. So you're really starting to hit the brakes in Milton all the way through Dorchester to the top of that stretch. I'm also watching a crash still in the breakdown lane, 495 southbound at 93 in Andover, and then a possible rollover. Checking this out, Fellsway West in Medford, right at Route 60. So those are your traffic headlines. Doug.
Means and the local reaction, Katie.
Antoinette, the High Court ruled Monday that you cannot be fired from your job just because of your sexual orientation or gender identity. Yeah, definitely. 646, we're starting to see things fill in. Still working well, though, on 93, getting down from Andover to Reading at the Cloverleaf there, just 12 minutes. After that, you might see a few slowdowns. And if you hop off at the Fellsway West at Route 60 in Medford, we do have an overturned vehicle slowing you down there. Live look at the Zachem Bridge, moving well into the O'Neill Tunnel. The lever connector down ramp's been kind of slow all morning. Stop and go getting to Storrow Drive. Same thing with the Expressway, really starting to fill in here. We've got the HOV lane open for you, but it's still an 18-minute ride right now from Braintree to Boston. Antoinette?
All right, Katie, thank you. Updating the breaking zero. Should we text Greg, guys?
Text him.
Happy birthday
him
from
right
the eye
now.
opener.
Hey, buddy, your friends in Boston.
Do it.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, maybe we'll see that car out on the road sometime if people want to replicate that prank. That was an extensive one for you, but we are moving well on Route 1 as we take a live look out in Saugus. Both north and southbound sides are moving along. Same thing on the Mass Pike, but I will say that we've got that solar glare out there. Not only are we seeing that here on the Pike, but I've also got reports of it down by the Braintree split, getting up on the Expressway. Back to the Pike, though, it's a 15-minute quick ride for you. Regular speeds from 495 to 128. We really haven't had many problems, and we're not seeing too much volume on the Pike or Route 2 today, and 128 looks good. Route 3, 93, pretty much your entire ride from Andover to Reading down to the Cloverleaf. It's 12 minutes and then smooth sailing over the Zachem Bridge. And Cindy, we've got that sunshine out.